What's going on, traders? Going 2 for 2 today. EDU, FIS, the two tickers. EDU was kind of a bit of a pain. FIS, it was a good trade. Could have been better, but it also didn't really set up the way that we like to initially trade. So, anyways, as always, let's jump right into this. EDU, you're going to see pretty nice extension from yesterday's highs down here, 41.58. Pre-market, it actually got up to around 42.33. But when we zoom in, you're going to kind of see that it really wasn't any blow off type candle. The volume wasn't that great. It was kind of grindy. It was a little spready. And I initially put an order out up closer to this where this line ended up being, and we didn't quite get the fill on this candle. So I ended up pulling it down, and for some reason this is not letting me click. What just happened? Yeah. I don't, for some reason, DOS, when you mess with these trend lines, it like messes with the thing for some reason. But it got up to 44.80. I was looking for, I think 88 is where I had the order. I don't remember. But we ended up dragging it down, getting filled at 44 for 50 shares. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a great move. It was spready. The volume wasn't that great. So we started this with some smaller shares. However, put the order out at 44.04. Just looking for that 40 cents, and it literally came down. And like I said, it was spready. So when it came down and tested 44.06.5, we didn't get any fill. And the part that really sucks about this is whoever was at this 44.06.5, after that order went through, the bid actually dropped to like 43.80 something. I do still have the live stream up. I'll keep it up until tomorrow. But if you go back and actually watch that, you'll see on the montage that the bid was at like 43.80 something. So there's no reason that I couldn't have gotten filled had some orders went through, but the last order to actually go through was 44.06. And that just goes to show you how spready it was, as well as the lack of volume that we had. So it doesn't fill me at 44.04, jumps all the way back up the high of day at 44.95. And at this point, I'm looking through 45.50 area to get an add, because I was going to be extra patient with this one before I build any size. But it goes through, rejects the high, comes down. And as you'll see, we left our order here at 44.04. It came down, touched 44.04, and we didn't get filled. So as it came back up, I dragged, or I think I kept trying to hit the bid over and over again. I was using the cover 100% on bid, and it just kept going up, up, and up. And we ended up finally getting filled at 44.25. And I actually think we got filled at 44.25 after it popped back up through my average again. And then it came back down. And like I said, the spread, it was just crap. So anyways, the second move here, you can see there was a pretty clear fake out breakout here. It went through the highs by what is that? 5 cents, didn't get through 45, and then just absolutely slammed. Usually when you get this big slam candle, you'll get some sort of a bounce. And if it starts to turn back over without going back up to the highs, you'll get continuation to the downside. So I actually jumped in with the intention of trying to ride this down towards 43 and cutting at high of day if it gets there, or not cutting at high of day, cutting at the high of this candle. But the spread was so bad when I hit my range with break even stop, my range was so much that when I hit the button, it immediately filled me, because I had it at 20 cents from the current bid. And I guess the spread, I don't even know how this worked. I was trying to figure it out, but somehow it ends up covering me when I hit this button instead of putting a range order out. So I was a little bit frustrated. Oh, I know why. Because I'm an idiot. Because my order to stop out would have been at break even, but and I was right, the spread was that bad. The ask was actually above my average, or the stop was, the ask was above my average of 44.31. So when I hit this button for a break even stop, even though the last price that had printed was in the 20s, the ask was above that. And I guess the system registered that and just filled me immediately. So it actually worked out. As you can see, it never even came close to that. So we would have got stopped out at the 71 area. Who knows if we would have got slippage or whatever. So we actually ended up saving some money there, because we stopped out at 35 and we were filled at 31. So we lost 4 cents on that instead of what would have been 40 cents. So that would have been 20 bucks. And obviously it would have made the day look a little bit different. So yeah, that was what this is. And let's get over to Fidelity, FIS. So if we scroll out, you'll see pretty down day yesterday, along with the SPY, the overall market. High of yesterday was here around the 72 area. This one started popping up on the scanner around 70, 25, 70, 50. And I mean, look at these candles, right? So the other candles, they were like all the same size. These are a decent candle here, kind of go sideways, and then bam, look at these two candles, right? And I basically told myself through 71.50, I'd be looking to get in, looking for that double top if this all happens in one shot. And it did. This whole move was pretty much just ask, ask. You guys hear me say it all the time with my strategy is I'm looking for the ask to just continue to get hit. No bids, just people buying. And then that first sign of selling is usually when I'll get in, right? You're looking for that jiggle. However, on this one, I had a predetermined plan that I was going to assume that this was going to double top if it had this big of a move right into a key area, which was the high from yesterday. And so I put an order out at 71.77, just being the weirdo that I am with the same number thing. Probably could have put it closer to 71.98 because this thing went right to 72 and rejected and gave us this huge pullback. But essentially, put it out 77, just looking for that pullback to retest 71, which would have been about half that move. And we got it. We would have got even more. But it's funny because I'm pretty sure if you go back and watch this live, we got filled at 23 and it actually popped back up and then went back down. So it went all the way back up, I think, to the 74, because I think it was coming down, as you can see at the top of this candle, closed at 39, and then it came down, filled us. So this opened at 33, came down, filled us at 23, and then I'm pretty sure this popped all the way back up to 74 and then finished, which, yeah, I mean, and it closed down here at 86. So we actually had a really good fill because it bounced off 71, like 10 area, went all the way back up towards the highs and then came down. So our initial take profit there was good as far as getting that 71 retest. We could have possibly got back in looking for more, but usually that's, I mean, and again, this is the kind of move I was looking for on the other one, right? Where you get the slam, you get the pop back up. This one actually made it way closer to high of day than you would like, but then ultimately it ends up fizzling out. And unfortunately, EDU was the polar opposite of that, right? This one had the big slam, came back up, and instead of rolling over right here, it actually continued, right? And then it's kind of going sideways. So it just goes to show you, it really depends on the strength of the ticker. Could be the news, could be just the overall company itself. You never know what it is. But these were two huge companies, so it has nothing to do with low float stuff. These are two big floats, big market cap companies, and they just acted completely different. So that's all I got. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always appreciate the support. If you do have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. If you do have any concerns and that you need to be answered immediately, you can find me in the Discord or over on Twitter. Those links are in the description. And I will be here tomorrow morning, nice and early, doing the whole live stream thing. And if I don't see you during the live stream, I'll see you in my recap video that I will definitely put out because it's Friday of some sort. Even if we don't trade, I'll put something out. And I'll see you then. Peace.